here with Country Craft Creations and Creative Life, and so today I am sharing with you my passport holder with a twist turned wallet folio. I can't talk. So it's the passport holder with a twist turned into a wallet folio. So I had to say that a little bit slower. So here is the little passport holder, okay, and then all of this stuff is the folio stuff that we add into it once we're done with our travels. So I went ahead and I used the Photo Play Let's Go collection, and it's super cute, you guys, it's just super cute. I have a little bit of stickers left, but that's because I just couldn't fit them all in everything I wanted. So anyway, so I do have some stickers left that I need to use, but I really don't, I only have scraps left. I used every single piece of paper that I had, and I have no more 12 by 12 papers left, so I think I might make a couple of cards using the stickers, but this is, let me show you guys, this is all I have left of the papers. There's not very much stuff, you guys, seriously. Like, this is all I have left of the papers. So I have like a few scraps here and there, but everything else is used. So this is all I have left. So I'm like, ah. So anyway, I wanted to go ahead and go over it with you guys. I went ahead and used the Artisan black cardstock for this, and then I just went ahead and mounted my paper on top of this. I cut some words in half, and then went over them with a black marker or around them just to outline it. And it says, "Take the road less traveled." And then I cut the borders, and that's how I did this, is that I cut the borders so it actually made this pattern. So when you get the sheet of paper, you'll see what I'm talking about. And so I cut them to form this, okay? And then on the side here, I just used another border from that sheet. And then I went ahead and used one of the tags, and I cut it to put the date and the destination where we're going. And then I just used some little stickers in the little holes that were here as fillers. And then on the back, I did the same thing. I used one of it's a border from the 12 by 12, and it shows a little beach scene. And so I just cut that in half and put another border in between it. And so it kind of looks like, okay, here's the sun, here's, you know, there's the boat coming in, and now he's laying on the beach. And then there's a little plane flying by that says adventure. So I thought that was super cute. I used one of the other 12 by 12s to make this. And then I used 3 magnets to for the closure, and so they end up like this, okay? And so, and the reason why I used 3 magnets is because it does get a little bit thick after when you insert the stuff for the folio, okay? So it does get a little bit thicker. For your passport, you have an area for your driver's license. Okay, there's me. That's my old one. And then here is a little pouch for your coins. Okay, so that opens up, and then you can tie it, or just tie this down like that, and your coins fit in here. Okay, and then here is for your credit cards, or gift cards or whatever, and they just pop in and out just like that. So that is a pocket there. This right here is for your this pocket is for your dollars, or your money, whatever you want it to be for, or your tickets, or this right here can also be for tickets too, or dollar bills. So this is a pocket as well right in through here. These are your passport areas, and they just slide right out just like this. And then this actually fits 2 more passports down here. So you can have a total of 4 passports in this one little folio or little passport holder. Okay, and then it closes. So there's really not a lot to it. Once you're done with your holder, let's say you get back from your vacation, you take everything out, so you take all your credit cards out. You can also use this in your purse every day if you wanted to, I guess. You take everything out, and then we made some tags and some other little photo booklets and things like that. So the first thing that we did was we went ahead and we made a little waterfall. And I took one of the stickers, backed it up with some paper, cut it out, put a brad in here, and stuck it down. And then this will it just actually kind of bends. This is your closure. And it just pops right in there. Okay, so just like that, and then it opens. And then right here you have, I think it's 3 by 4 pictures. I'm trying to find that here. So they're almost 3 by 4. So this is the mat is cut at 2 7/8 by 3 7/8, I believe. So you get 10 pictures in this one little folio. So that's front and back. Okay, and then so you fold that down, and then this can pop right in here. Oh, I'm sorry, the back. I forgot to. The back has some tuck spots. So because it's not mounted down to anything, I went ahead and did some tuck spots on here. So this is a tuck spot here, and then this is a tuck spot down here. So you could have a couple of little pictures here, and then a couple of little tags for journaling. I thought would fit like super cute right in here. And I just used my Tim Holtz brads for those. And then this actually slides right on in there, just like that. Okay, so that's one idea that you can do. The next idea we did was I went ahead and took some of the tags that were on one of the sheets, and I went ahead and put some brads on these 2, and these 2 can go like right in here. If you wanted to, you could just stick a picture in there if you wanted. And then you wouldn't have to worry about tags in there. You could just stick a picture in there. And then what I did was with the tag set I had, since we had 2 of those, I went in, and this is a beautiful some ribbon from the shop. I went ahead and took the tag that was on that 12 by 12 piece of paper, and we just cut it out and we scored it so it would fold into a little book. Now on this one here, you can add a picture here and here, okay, and then put the date and the destination there, okay. And then on the back, I made some tuck spots. You can also just do some journaling if you wanted to. So the tuck spots just are like this. Okay, let me get a smaller piece of paper. See if I have a smaller piece of paper. Oh, here we go. Okay, so here's a little piece of paper, so I could just put a little photo back there or whatever. And so I have each one of these in here is a little tuck spot. So there's a tuck spot there and there. This is a tuck spot here, and then underneath the sunglasses is a little tuck spot. Now this would be for smaller photos, of course, again, or you could just use this for journaling. So, and it just folds up like this, and then I went ahead and just put some ribbon through here, just like this. Okay. And then I just tied it like that. And I didn't tie it, up, very tight. And then this just goes in here like that. Okay. And the ribbon doesn't interfere with this folding at all. So it's fine. So then on this next part here, I went ahead, we did another waterfall, okay, for this part here. And again, you get 10 more pictures in here, and we did the same kind of mechanism, except for down here, I left this open. So this is actually your little mechanism can slide through if you wanted, and I just left that open so that way, and we just put score tape on either side of this or glue, and then again you're just going to get 10 pictures on here, okay, just like that, okay, and then that goes in like that, and that's a little suitcase that I cut out. And then on the back I did some more text spots, so you'll add like 2 more tags here, and again I just left them blank. I really like the fact that this has lines on it, so it's great for journaling. So I didn't have to add like plain paper or anything to it. And then this is just one of the little cards, and I did a little text spot up here and then put, oh snap, here we go. So I just thought that was like super cute. And and then I just, like I said, I just stuck some cards back there. Now this can also fit in this pocket back here where you can put your tickets or other cash, or if you wanted. But as we went along, I started thinking, and I thought, well, you know, it gets really chunky, so, and that's why I added the 3 magnets to the to this. And but if you didn't want to do 2 waterfalls, you don't have to. So you can opt for just some photo mats. So you would get 4 photos from each one of these. So you could get 2 photos here, and of course, again, you know, that's a text spot there, and that's a text spot down here, and then that's, you know, for a little text spot. And so you get a photo here, here, turn it over, and you get another photo here and here. And so this is a text spot up here, and then this is a little text spot down here. And I just thought this little chair thing was like so cute. It was a scratch piece of paper, a scrap piece of paper. So I didn't want to throw it away. It was so cute with that little chair and palm tree. So I just kept it and I put it up here. So, you know, so there's 4 pictures that you can fit on that. And then there's 4 pictures that you can fit in this one. So I put a longer little mat here, so I can go ahead and put a longer picture if I wanted, and then a shorter picture here. So if I wanted a shorter picture, I could just put a little picture right here, and then a taller picture right here. So that's how that would look, okay? So, you know, you could do longer pictures, you know, if you wanted to. You don't have to stay with the 3x3 or, you know, whatever. So here, again, I just did another area where you could put 2 more pictures. And again, this was a longer area here. So I could just put my picture here, and then a shorter picture could go right there. Okay. So, so that's what I did with that. So again, there's 4 more pictures. So a total of 8 pictures in just 2 of these cards, and they're not as thick as your waterfall. So you would just go ahead and stick those right back here. Okay. So those will slide down there just like that. The other thing we did was we did 2 photo booklets, and they're just plain photo booklets. I didn't add a whole lot of pages or anything. So you can get 3 or 4 photos depending on how you want to do it. I did a little scenery right here on the top of my booklet, and then I can get 3 photos. I could get one here, here, and then on the back. So that's how I did that, and that will slide right into one of the pockets that we used for our passport. And then the other one is the same thing. So so I went ahead and did another 3, and I did this one upside down. I was like, oops, and this one too. So, but I thought, well, you know, it's going to be covered by a picture, so. So no one will know. So once I get the picture on there, let's start looking at that bear. So this is a text spot here. So my picture will slide right in there, and then my picture will slide right in that area too. So these mats are a little bigger, And the mats for these little booklets are about 3 1/4 by 4. Yeah, by 4. So they are a little bit bigger picture that you can put in there, and that will slide into the other space where we had our passport. Now you could make a couple of more and then slide them in through here because they'll fit in here. But what I did was I went ahead and on your one of the 12 by 12 sheets is this guy. And I just thought it was so cute. I didn't want to tear it up. So I just, again, went ahead and scored down the lines. And you could stick a picture here. And there is plenty of borders that you can cut out and then put on top of, you know, to kind of make this a 3D area here if you wanted to do that. And then on the back, again, I just added some tuck spots for my pictures. So I can put a picture here, I can put a picture here, or you can use it for journaling. I can do that. And then this I'll probably just do for journaling because but I just had to use that little bear with the map. He was so cute with the little backpack. And then the chair next to him, it says go see do. So I thought that was cute. And so that goes in here. And then I did the same thing with the cut apart cards. I just went ahead and scored down the line and put the little word up here, paradise, because I just thought that this was so cute. And then I could put a picture here, turn it over, and I went ahead and I did some mats on the back so I could go ahead and put some pictures on there. And each one of these you can go ahead and they're tuck spots. So there's a tuck spot there, and you can tuck it underneath here, just like that. Okay, so if you wanted to get your picture like that, this is a little long for that, but you guys get the picture. So this is a tuck spot here, and then here's a tuck spot, and then I left that open so my picture can slide underneath there. And then here's a little tuck spot, and I put relax on there, so that's a little tuck spot there for a picture. But I just thought that was super cute, so I went ahead and folded that up and then stuck that right here. So and then that's all, you know. And then I have this extra waterfall, but like I said, you can opt for the waterfall, or you could do 2 of these, which gives you 8 pictures. So this one gives you 10 pictures, so you're only less 2 pictures, but it's totally up to you. And then this, like I said, will fit back here, or you can use these 2 little picture holders. And then in here, I thought, you know, if you have extra memorabilia or whatever, you wanted to keep something in here, you could go ahead and put that in there. And then it just goes and it folds up like that. So so that is it, you guys. You know, it's I will hopefully have part 1 up for you guys by tonight. If not, it will be by Monday morning. So hopefully. But thank you so much for joining me. I had a great time making this little thing. It was so fun. And anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi guys, so I'm back. Okay, I didn't know the camera had started. So, okay, so for our cover for our passport pocket holder, we are going to go ahead and measure our chipboard at 8 inches, 8 by 4. So, so you're going to go ahead and measure out your chipboard. I think, yeah. So right here I have 8.5. So you need 2 8 by 4 inches cut. Okay, so one for your front and one for your back. So just going to go ahead and open this up here. And let's see, 8. Yeah, that's 7. So
Yeah, so I got to cut this part down to 8. So, okay, so I'm going to cut this down to 8. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my X-Acto knife and just cut the rest of that off. So, just gotta find that. And I'm just going to cut the rest of this off right here. Just follow that groove all the way down. There we go. There we go. So, okay. Okay, so now it's at 8, and so, let's see, it's at 8, yeah, it's at 8, so now, oh, I'm just kind of crooked there. Okay, so it's at 8, and now I just need it by 4, so I'm just going to go ahead and put it here at 4. Okay, I just have to go over it a couple of times, so I think that's too short. So yeah, it's a little bit short. So I'm going to grab another piece here, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut this down at 4. Okay. By 8. So I have 2 pieces that are 8 by 4. Okay, and then the next piece that you're going to need is you're going to need another piece that is 8 inches. Okay, so you can use that one piece, or if you have a piece that is 8 inches. Okay, this is going to be your spine. So you will need one that is going to be your spine. So, and that is actually going to be at 1 inch, I think. Yeah, 1 inch. So, we're going to cut that at 1 inch here, okay. So, there we go. So we've got our cover, our front, and our back, and then we've got our spine. So the rest of these we could just set aside. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and cover these. And I think for this one, I'm going to go ahead and you could do one of 2 things. Either one, you can go ahead and cover with the paper that you've got, or you can just cover it with pink cardstock. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and use some black cardstock for this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put that there. And I'm just going to grab 2 sheets of my black cardstock, or actually I just need 1 sheet, sorry. So you just need 1 sheet of your black cardstock for this. But let's see here. For the inside and stuff, if you want to outline it with black, you're more than welcome to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and cover mine in black, but I think for the inside I'm actually going to use some of this really super cute paper to cover the inside of my book, the passport book. And so okay, so to go ahead and get your book put together, okay, you just need one sheet of 12 by 12 paper, okay, and you don't even really, I mean, if you want to, you can cut it, but I don't really think we need to. So I'm just lining these up right now. That's all I'm doing, and I'm just making it like you do like a mini album. Okay, So I'm just putting this in the middle of my sheet of paper, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Now when I glue this down, I usually use this, my ruler, as my little guide, and I slide my ruler and up to the edge of my chipboard here, okay? And I make sure that it's flush with that. And then that gives me enough room. Oops, sorry, it's not glued down, so that's why it's moving. It gives me enough room to lay this piece down here. Okay? And then I make sure that that piece is flush with my ruler. And I know that it's flush with that. So when I remove my ruler, okay, I have a nice spacing in between this, my cover, and or my front of my book and my spine. Okay, so that's how I do mine. If you have something else that you use, the other thing you could do is you could use 2 of these, or 1, which is really, because since this is thick from Country Craft Creations, you could actually use that as your measuring tool, okay, and right in between there, and that will give you enough space between your front of your book and your spine, okay. But if you don't have a really thick chipboard, you can always double your chipboards up and then do the same thing, okay. So let me turn on my light and I will be right back. Okay, and to do this, I am going to go ahead and use some score tape. And this score tape is a 6x6 and it's double-sided sheets, okay. So, and basically it comes like this, and it's from Country Craft Creations, and again this is 6x6. So I chose to use this so that way I wouldn't have to unravel my 2-inch tape. So I could just use this. So what I'm going to do is just peel this off here, okay, and I'm going to move everything out of the way so I don't get it stuck on there. I'm going to go ahead and put this up at the top, slide it over a little bit here, just like that, and that's going to give me this part here, which I can put down here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I've never used my X-Acto. I don't know if it'll probably stick to it, so let's see how that will work. I don't know if it would work. I've never used anything else but my Tim Holtz scissors. It does work. Yay! Okay, so I guess you could use your X-Acto knife on that. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this on here like that. Okay, and then that'll give me a little bit here on this end. Okay, and I can go ahead and chop some of this off here, just like that. So I have that little piece. Okay, and then I can save this little piece here and actually stick this back on my sheet. Okay, so any little pieces that you have, you can always stick back on here. So my next one, I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and grab another piece, okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put this on here, put it down here, and then for this piece here, I'm actually going to go ahead and I can use whatever's left over from this here. So I will be right back. I'm going to go ahead and finish putting my score tape on the back of my chipboard, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So I got everything scored, put score tape on, I should say. And then what I decided to do was, I mean, you could go ahead, and I just put lotion on, so it's leaving little prints on my paper. So, guess that wasn't smart, but oh Okay, so for this, I decided to go ahead and leave like like an inch down here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just I'm just eyeballing it, not really measuring it. And then I can cut off like an inch up here if I wanted to. So, but if you don't want to and you just want to go ahead and just use the whole sheet, you are more than welcome to do that, okay? So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. It might be more of an inch, inch and a half or so. And so I'm going to go ahead and lay down this part first. So I'm just going to go ahead and I burnished everything in. Okay, so my score tape is easy to remove. I'm going to bring my trash can. I'm trying really hard, you guys. I know, I think in the past I've told you all that I usually lay all my stuff on the floor, and I just put lotion on, so that's why it's, my hands are lotiony. And my skin has been real dry lately, so I put heavy duty cream on them, so that's probably why it's leaving marks on my paper. So, so but at least it'll smell good. So, what was I going to say? Oh, usually dump all my trash out on the floor. I've been trying to be really good lately and not do that. So, trying to get my trash can up here closer to the desk so everything can just kind of fall in there. Of course, sometimes it misses, but at least it's kind of near me. So, okay, so at this point, I go ahead and I lay my ruler down, okay? I make sure it's flush with up here, okay? And I just scoot it to the edge of my chipboard right here, okay? Make sure that it's flush up against that. Alright, and then I go ahead and just slide the one that I'm taping down up next to it. Okay. And then before I release it, I go ahead and try to lift this up so I can make sure that it is even with this. Okay. Oops. And if it's not, try to scoot it up just a tad. So okay. So there's that. Okay. And then now it's this side's turn. So, but yeah, my skin has been like super dry lately. I don't know what the deal is. And so, I mean, maybe because I work with a lot of paper. Well, and I wash my hands a lot, y'all. So, because, you know, I have to change diapers and stuff like that from the grandkids. So, so that's probably why I have dry hands a lot. So, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on this side. I'm just making sure that my ruler edge is flush with the edge of my chipboard spine. And then I'm just going to go ahead and lay this down right next to it. Okay? Just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and varnish that down, just like this. Okay. Okay, so we're all good there. So now I can go ahead and I can cut about an inch off of this if I wanted to. Let's see what this is. This one is about almost 2 inches. It's about 1 inch and 3/4. So if I wanted to, I could do 1 inch and 3/4 here. Let's see. That would be it, yeah. So I could just do that, and then I could just cut this off right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that like that. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and grab my X-Acto knife, and I'm going to go ahead and cut down a little, or right down where my ruler is. Okay. Alright, so just like that. So that looks pretty even. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my bone folder, and I'm just going to go ahead and kind of trace out or run it along my chipboard here, okay, just so that way it will fold up easier right in through here, okay. And I'm going to go ahead and go down the middle on here. I can go ahead and kind of bring that in just a bit. There we go. Okay. And then I can go ahead and fold these up just a bit, just like this. And I like to do this, and the reason why is because then it kind of gives me my lines on where to cut my, to go ahead and fold everything in. So that's why I like to do this. Okay. So now you're going to open it up, and then what you're going to do here is you're going to go ahead and angle in on this one to that corner, okay? So you're going to angle in to that corner, okay? And then on the other side, you're going to go ahead and just cut straight. So you're cutting straight down, just like this, just like that. And on this side, you're doing the same thing. Same thing on this side, you're going to angle in, okay, just a bit to that corner. On the other side too, angle in to that corner. Then you're going to go ahead and grab your scissors and cut straight all the way to that corner. And then same thing here, you're going to go ahead and cut straight all the way to that corner. Okay. And my cut may not be that straight, but that's okay. It'll be alright. No worries. I can actually just cut a little bit off here, just like that. Make it a little straighter at least. Alrighty, so there is that. So now we're ready to go ahead and just add our glue and your score tape if you want. Some people use both score tape and glue, and some people just use glue. So I think it really just depends on what you want to do. So I think for this one I'm just going to use glue. I was going to use score tape, but I think I'll just use glue. See how it goes. I usually use both. Sorry, I'm going to use both. I am going to use both. So for this part, I just go ahead and I put my score tape up here. And I just run it along my book like that. I'm just going to burnish that down. Just like that. And then I go ahead and I put glue like right on the inseam here. Okay, so you can put glue right there. Right on the inseam. And then I go ahead and take off my tape. And then if you want to, you could, once we fold this down, you could go ahead and add more glue up and through here to to adhere these parts down. Okay, so I'm just going to start with this bottom here, and I'm just going to go ahead and fold it in, just like that. And just going to go ahead and okay then. Alright, and then here I'm going to go ahead and then I'm going to go ahead and fold this one up, sorry. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fold this one up here, just like that. Okay. Now here is where you can add some more glue, okay, if you need to. So I need to add more glue in through here to tape these down, this part down here. And I'm just going to grab my bone folder, and I'm just kind of like pushing the paper up next to my book, okay, just like that. Okay, and I can go ahead and put my glue, put some glue right here, and I'm just adding the glue down a little bit before I glue the rest of them down. Okay, so that way I know that these are nice and tacked down. Usually I don't add this much paper to the inside of my book, but since we're just using one sheet, I just figured, you know, it would be okay. And then I'm just going to put some glue on the top of this here. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and fold it over. And I'm going to burnish that in. Okay, and I'm going to grab my little wipey, get some of that glue off. And same thing on this side here. Okay. And then in here, I'm going to go ahead and crease it, okay? And I'm just forming my crease, so when my book folds, it's good to go. So. Okay. So just like that. So then your book is done. So then this part here is where we need to go ahead and lay our inside down. And so I was thinking this one is so cute. So, but I really kind of like this one too. We could always use one of these, which are super cute. I like the, yeah, I think I'm going to use this right here. So we're going to cut this out here, okay, for the border. And I am going to use, I think I'm going to cut, let's see. Okay, in order to make the board, I need one big enough. So maybe like from the cameras, maybe we'll just do the camera. So we'll do from the arrow here to this arrow here and use the camera as the border. So I really like that. I think it's thundering outside, you guys. I hear thunder, I think, which is awesome. So I live in Texas, you guys, and it has not rained. It rained, I should take that back. It rained a little bit today, and then you're going to cut this at 8 inches, you guys. Okay. It rained a little bit today, and it seemed like for like 10 seconds, and then it went away. so okay, so there's that. So okay, I'm going to go ahead and lay that down. But before I do, I'm going to get cut out the pieces here on either side of this. So I think I'll cut out the white pieces. And so these are actually going to be 8 inches. Okay. And I think we cut our thing at 4. So let's do 4 and let's go ahead and cut it at 4 1/4. And the reason why is because I want it just a little bit longer, so maybe it can like cover this part here a little bit. See if we can get that. So we're going to cut 4 1/4. 8. I did buy a new trimmer, you guys, and I was going to do a review on it, but I'm really nervous because I know some people probably use that scoreboard, and you know what, let's cut these down a little bit to 7 7/8. And I don't want people to think that I'm being, I don't know, rude or mean. So, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do a review. I think I'm just going to go ahead and take that back. So, I went ahead and cut these at 4.5, or 4 1/4. But maybe we do need to cut these back a little bit. So, I think 4 1/4. We need to cut these back at 3 7/8. So let me cut one at 4 and see. Let's see what happens. Yeah, 3 7/8 I think is going to be better. Yep, that's thunder. It's thundering. Yay! So, I am going to let you guys go because I need to bring in my big guy. He is outside somewhere, so I need to make sure that he comes in before it starts storming because he's 11 years old and I don't want him out there. So, I will be right back.